Good morning. I'm José Muñoz, the director of José Muñoz Architecture. Firstly, I'd like to thank you to our Arc Marathon team to giving me this amazing opportunity to present my work. It's an honor for me to start this fantastic program of speeches. I want to tell you a story about the relationship between my client, me, and the circumstance of getting a houses. She's Marisa Lopez. She's a widow and a young grandmother that live in a land city in the south of Spain, in Cordoba, and always wanted to have a house near the beach to enjoy with her two sons and her granddaughter. She's passionate by nature, by Adonis, and life, as her Facebook profile shows. After a long search with her son Antonio, they found an interesting, affordable plot in the south of Spain, in the Strait. In the Strait of Gibraltar. The Strait of Gibraltar is a specific place with a very strong weather conditions. Has a wind tunnel that represents the winds are very strong and change a lot, and the temperature are very high most of the time. The plot is in La Línea de la Concepción, the nearest village to Gibraltar Strait, and is the specific place where the plot is in between the typical impersonal, repetitive housing development with a important presence of the Gibraltar Rock. In 2007, Antonio and Marisa commissioned me a holiday house in this plot. This plot is in a sloped terrain towards to the sea. And the first project was a project that has a response to the geographical condition of the place, and as a response of every desire of every member of this particular family. It was a situation of economical boom, and this is a house with not so limitation and budget, and there was a sort of luxury elements and spaces and comfort facilities with no limitation of budget. And I did this solution, this architectural solution in a Tangram schemes. But in 2008, the economical crisis came to Spain, and the financial situation of the family changed and aggravated. They couldn't afford the house just in the moment when we were beginning the construction process. And 3 years after, I came across Antonio in my city, in Granada, and I asked for the future of the house, and he said to me, José Luis, we don't can pay the house in this moment because we have financial problems. We can only pay 125,000 euros for a house in this moment. And my answer was quit. Let me try. I'm sure we can get a worthy and a good house with each budget. Then I thought, I create a problem and I have to resolve wisely and worthily. In this moment, I would like to talk about a situation of the young architect in my country during the economical crisis. If you were architect during the economical crisis, there is two possibilities. Two possibilities to get work: to invent it or to create a problem that later you have to resolve. As Mr. Walsh say in Pulp Fiction film, I did in La Casa de los Vientos. Let me introduce you the definitive Casa de los Vientos, where innovative and minimal, beautiful and affordable, hedonist and technical melt together. The definitive Casa de los Vientos is approached as an answer to the place and the expectation of the user in terms of comfort, leisure, and economical adjustment. To do so, the following key principle was development during the project and the construction. One, the shape emerging from the orientation, the prevailing winds, and the purpose of fully enjoy outside space and stunning views. The acceptance of honesty in the architecture, the materials, and the construction system. 3, beauty to be found in the inexpensive. His geometry and the restoration of the outside space are strategically thought. When the wind blows from the west, poniente, the strongest one, you can enjoy the main terrace like a platform where the pool is connected with the living room and facing to the amazing Mediterranean Sea. When the winds blow from the east, from Levante, there is a smaller terrace on the roof called Terraza de Poniente, facing to Gibraltar Rock, Morocco, and Atlantic Ocean. Moreover, the house is divided in 2 floors. Ground floor, where the bedroom is located, more connected with the land, more connected with the garden, more intimate and cozy. Some of the windows is in the same level of the garden. And the first floor is mainly open space, open to the landscape, connected with the living room and the kitchen. The structures of the building is made of walls of honeycomb clay blocks and reinforced concrete, both exposed in the ground floor, and the first floor building is more exposed to the wind. It's coated by white waterproof rendering mortar. The good weather condition of the place allowed the use of 29 centimeters thick thermal clay as an enclosure without needing more insulation reinforcement. Both indoor and outdoor, the honesty was in the core of every materials and construction choices. The thermal clay and concrete wall structure showed up sincerely, creating an interesting contrast with the painted plaster of the partition walls. This contact, especially highlighted, create an interesting dialogue between materials, showing all the phases of the construction process. Due to a strong budget restriction, both for the project and the construction, an extensive exercise of management and economic monitoring was assumed and recurred from the beginning of the creative process of the intervention. This is photos that Marisa sent me by WhatsApp when they are enjoy the house. La Casa de los Vientos is an example more that how with minimum resources you can get good architectures with the essential decisions and the essential ideas. Every idea is necessary enough and essential. Video, please.
La Casa de los Vientos hace posible esa relación placentera entre la vida del habitante durante sus vacaciones y los fenómenos naturales y la climatología específica del lugar, entre lo efímero y lo eterno del lugar.
Me encanta la vista al mar desde la casa.
Yo en esta casa me siento súper libre. Me parece una maravilla, los espacios, las vistas, todo. Para mí es un regalo.
La planta baja se relaciona con la tierra, Semienterrada, sugiere y ayuda al recogimiento, al descanso, a la intimidad. La planta alta se abre hacia el paisaje. Su arquitectura se va moldeando, creando una serie de plataformas, de miradores, de porches que se habitan en función de la posición del sol y el sentido de los vientos.
La Casa de los Vientos ha sonado a su nombre, que protege de ellos para disfrutar del paisaje.
Para mí esta casa es como el mar.
El proceso constructivo se desvela desde el principio en el contacto siempre presente entre sus capas de hormigón, termoarcilla, pintura y mimbre. Ningún gesto es deliberado ni gratuito, todo es necesario y económicamente asequible en la Casa de los Vientos.
Los materiales que tiene esta casa, así vistos como son las termoarcillas y el hormigón, le dan una calidez que me sorprende, no me lo esperaba tan cálida.
Muchas de las paredes de esta casa, tanto suelos como techos, me recuerdan cuadros de tapiz, que son de hormigón.
Esta casa es alucinante.
Thank you very much.